Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live. We got VOX, we got ARC, we got our first ever choke smoke match. Tonight is going to be different if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Give me those 999s. So a couple things I do want to address. We got a big announcement for you guys tonight. I am very, very excited to play. Want to make sure you guys can hear because we know we had to test the last couple times. Am I coming through good? I heard the background on the stream might have some previous data. I got no control over that. So my thumbnail is correct. The game says what it says. So YouTube might have some issues. You know, there's weather and all kind of crazy stuff going on. But I do have some big stuff for you guys tonight. One, I know everybody's excited about this match. So this is different. So we start out at 100% in each round. Players going to lose 10% of their health pool as long as they stay in the game. If a sub comes in, they start at 100 and they go down from there. But if you're playing the whole game, by the time you get to round 6, you're going to have 50% of your health pool. So it may get crazy. That could change some strategies. I don't know. So we're going to find out. First time we've ever done it. I'm looking forward to it. We do have some super chats in the house. I see Bones. Good luck tonight, Vox and Arc. Valar in the house. Hello, 9 Kills Great Much. Channel member sponsors, PD Auction House, Fishing, Death Drop, Ship Strike, all the cool stuff we do. And look at Mr. Freeze, 48 months as a member of the channel. So I want to thank our green team. Love my green team. All you guys that have been members of the channel for a long time. Appreciate you. All of you guys that have been patrons for 2, 3, 4 years. Appreciate you. You know, Patreon is a big deal because one, you're supporting the channel. You're supporting our Walking Dead endeavors. Everything that we do. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And of course, we got people that super chat as well. We super chat birthdays, and probably one of the coolest thing that you guys do is you know, getting the gear, the bomber bundles, the fishing tokens, all those things to keep the game active and alive. Appreciate everything that you guys do, and you play. That is probably number one. Being here, being involved. So let's take a look and show you what we actually play for. Because we do keep score in this. So when I take a look, we've got Team VOX coming in tonight, the number one team in the league. VOX coming in at 2-0, and they're putting their foot down. They're on the Road Warriors, Team VOX. We got Art coming in at 1-0. They played that first one, but they got a makeup game to play. Sly via forfeit win the other night. Sly 1-1, as we said before. Mears had some vacations, some tough challenges, but one thing that I would not do is I would not bet against Team Mir. I just wouldn't, because you know they'll figure it out. They'll get it together. So take a look at the schedule. We got September 30th is next Monday night. That is the makeup game with Arc at Sly 135 stop. We go to the next week. We got Arc and Mir 135 stop. Then we go VOX versus Sly 135 on October 9th. And then we go October 20. Wait, October. Wait, you go from the 9th to the 21st? Huh. What's going on there? Oh, what do we have going on? Monday, October 14th, Tag Team 3 Championship is going to be that Monday. We have chosen that week to be our short week of events. So you see the Holy Assassins, defending champions, putting down the gauntlet. So get your tag team partner. Make sure you RSVP because it was a great event. Get your partner. Get ready to go. It was one of the best tournaments we've ever put together. So if you like action, you like creativity, you like fast matches, you like the nostalgia of some of those old school scenes where you used to play tag team, that's what it's all about. So I'm going to leave it to you guys. Make sure you message and you got your partner, you're ready to go. You will have time because that's on a Monday. You got several weeks to get ready, to get your plan in order. So get it done. All right. Give you a real quick sneak peek of the updated PCP standings that we're going to put together. So here we go. We've got categories, a few leaders. I don't have it 100% up. I don't have all the avatars up there, but you can take a quick look at the people leading Bombers. By next week, I'll have the full new stats and everything up there. But you can see Kat, Dimes, Julia, Villar, all with gold bars. We got halos. Take a look at the halos. We got JJ and then several other people. You can see Range Rover, Luxor, several people with the tires. It's still early in the season, but take a look at the left side. You can see where you stand. And as the season progresses, you'll see Tractor Waves, Kel with 2 cannonballs, Bronze Star. We got, there is a Risket Biscuit that we added to the new standings. Then page 2, you got the Animal with an ace. You got Poison Arrow, Ron with the Ruffled Feather, White Flag with Ron, 9 Award Crimson, Spyglass, Bullseye. So we do keep it fast and a frenzy. So we keep score and we play hard. All right. Also, I'm going to give away 2 packs again to everybody. Not to everybody, but everybody's got a shot. Give me your numbers from 1 to 20. And can somebody type, it's roll time, baby? There we go. It's roll time, baby. Let's get this die roll in there. We are giving away 2 packs tonight. And remember, we did change the schedule. We are not doing a box event in the month of September. We barely got Super Bomber in the month of September. It's been busy. So luckily we're able to get this in tonight. It's the only one that we offer. But we are pushing the box event back to in October. And like JJ said, it's not a real box event unless we cancel it 3 times. We are not going to cancel this one 3 times. It will happen in October. And I promise you it will be a real box event. It's going to be a lot of fun because you guys remember how good the last one was with all those legendaries. All right, here we go. Roll number 1 is going to be number 3. Do we have number 3? Did I just do it? JJ, the Minister of Madness, and the Pope. Right there. There's our 2 winners in one roll, Pope and JJ. Congratulations. Well done. All right. I'm going to take you to tonight's bundle. Tonight's bundle is loaded. So we don't even need to hype this one up because this one is legit. Oh, I didn't tell you everything that was in here, but just the core stuff alone. We had a lot of requests. Take you to the silver. We got Extreme, Steel. Those are your pre-match elixirs. 2 Buncos, Super Thrill Smoke, 5 post-battle pet revives, Graphene Carbine, 1 of each of your waxes. Take you down to the red. That's 2 Curse Red, 1 Raise Glyph, Combat Orb, Red Summon Skin, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, Hostile 9, and T10. Take you over to the gold. A lot of these by request. 2 Cruel, Blue, Fortify, Healing Whiskey. There were a lot of requests for healing stuff. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is with all the choke smoke nostalgia? You know, people are fired up, but we got whiskey, we got moonshine, we got seal smoke, we got a brand new, look at the base in there. Cruel base. That is a base 5 gem. Yeah, you're going to want to load up with your base too. Silver skins for your weapon upgrades by request. Sacred Tea, more healing. All right, and we haven't seen this in a little while, but I'm going to give you, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to give you 200 loaders because you guys have been using a lot of grenades. We have not put loaders in any type of bundle in a while. So Dimes, make sure you write that down. And then tomorrow, when you get all your stuff in the portal, we're going to give you 200 loader grenades. Cool. All right, take you over to the green bundle. Energy Orb, Arrowhead, Spider Silk, Blue Spark. Those are 1, but they are in demand. So 1 Blue Spark. Healing Smoke, Absorption. More ways to protect yourself. Heal and Thrill, more healing. Heal and Seal, more healing. And I'm going to give you 2 Elmos. 2 Elmos. Not 1, 2. Take you up top, Standard Recipe, Mythic Summon Skin, Immortal Skins. And that's right. We gave you PvE Squid Medal. That's gear. Even though we're not in a squid contest anymore, that is the current set of PvE gear. It protects you from the Lost. It protects you from the Wicked. It protects you from the Rotten as well, which you will see in the future. So we rolled out Squid Medal during one of our last bundles, and I'm bringing it back. So if you got that 1 bundle Now you'll be able to upgrade your squid medal to red squid medal. And you better believe this one is a hot, hot commodity because of the amount of damage that's been done. Now, Craven told me, he was like, whoa, the artwork on those bracers are epic. I am not going to disagree. I mean, those are some bad, bad bracers, right? But even more so, health 16, damage 18. You get to upgrade the damage. Base 10, AP 8, and for those of you that have been like, hey, there's a lot of grenade damage, there's a lot of potions, Hinder 2 is a problem. It's a problem. So it is going to bring back the Hinder where you put a couple Hinders on somebody and lower that grenade damage because we've seen the firepower. All right, Kel, let's take a look. We got a lot of bundles tonight, a lot of gear. Rev X gear is pretty amazing. We've had this gear set going on for about 5 months now, so it's been around for a while. All right, we got Busy, Crimson, B-Dub, Craven, Villar, Trigger, Samurai, Dives, Julian, Justice, Fly Rod, Bones, Jim, Cat, JJ, Football, Dow, Ron, Pope, Die, and Kel. And you know what? If that was the main course, it's time to bring y'all dessert. And by dessert, I mean the best Super Bomber bundle we have ever put out. There is more in this, and I'm giving away something tonight that I never thought we'd give away. It's going to save you hours and hours of fishing. So I'm going to take you to tonight's Super Bomber bundle, and let me tell you this. You will need grenades on Friday night. Now, I'm just not talking about specialty grenades. I'm talking about grenades because we're back. We're back in a brand new story, a lot of challenges, a lot of excitement. So tonight's Super, and we know we got Ship Strike coming up. So let me show you what we got. Right there, that is 10 Goliaths. 10 Goliaths is your firepower. 10 monsters are your firepower as well. Those are two really, look at the damage on those. 320 and 340. That is sick damage. And one thing that we've done with these specialty grenades, because specialty grenades do things, but they're also really good to put out dragon stones, are really good to light watchtowers. I'm giving you 2 Rapture, 2 Oracle, 2 Lithium, 2 Seismic, 2 Vapor, 2 Snowstorms, 2 Gen Grenades, 2 Red Eye, 2 Top Hat, the strongest ammo in the game, 2 Whammos. That is Super Whammo Extreme right there. Take you to the bottom row. What's on that bottom row? 2 Unicorn. Remember we used to do these as 1? Well, now it's not 1. It's 2 Grinch, 2 Glitch, 2 St. Milo. That is 15 points extra by using a Milo. You might not think there's a big difference between Elmo and Milo, but 5 points times 10 grenades in a match is 50 points. 2 Gavel Grenade. Look at the damage on Gavel. That is 350. 2 Unforgiven. How good? Yes, right. Crimson's like, double that bottom row. It is double, baby. It is double. That bottom row is double as well. 2 Unforgiven. How good are those Unforgiven? We've seen how good they are in Faction Wars, but they are really, really popular in doubles matches, right? 2 Trex Grenades, 2 Summoning Grenades, 2 Grizzly, and 2 Maximon. But we ain't done, because if you pick this up tonight and you play Ship Strike, we're giving you 1 sad grenade that is Seek and Destroy. Why are we not giving you 2? Because we don't want everybody using sad grenades on every one of their turns. You got to use these strategically. Some of y'all have 4 or 5 of them already, but sad grenades are not going to be very readily available, so use them wisely. And Kel, show me who got it, because if you did get this bundle tonight, you're also getting a Wisdom Dragon Egg as well. I will add this. Dimes will be adding all of those sweet grenades tomorrow, but I will be adding this, and look at the artwork on that. A word to the wise, never stare into the eyes. That is the wisdom of the dragon egg right there. So that I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If you're collecting eggs to get the cosmic, that wisdom egg is probably worth the same as the super bomber. Would you guys agree with that? Those of you that are catching the blueberries, those of you that are fishing, would you agree that that's almost like getting a free super bomber bundle? It's a big, big deal. Because I know the work that goes into it, and that's going to save y'all a lot of time. All right. Thanks, everybody. You can see bomber bundles. We've got Julia, Cat, B-Dub, Dimes, Dow, Crimson, JJ, Craven, Pope, Justice, Jim, Bones, Valar, Kel, splitting with Football and Tiny, Trigger and Fly Rod, and Football and Tiny and Trigger and Fly Rod. Let me know who is getting the dragon egg. So it'll probably be Football, and then Trigger and Fly Rod, let me know as well. All right, look, it is 8:30. If you are Crimson, Justice, Doc, Cat, Jim, Valar, Julia, and Skylight, give me your pre-match buffs right now, everybody. Remember, this is a timed match, so give me those pre-match buffs. And if you are using all right, let's see the witch doctors. All right, you can see if you were witch doctor and you were targeted, take a look and do not use those smokes. Justice, no heal and seal and no vine smoke for you. Write them down. Witch doctor, Cat, no vines, no seal and heal. Gemstone, that is not the sniper bear. Sniper bear is a 10% deduction. Justice, picking Julia, pick the 2 smokes that you don't want her to use as well. All right. So Jim picked a sniper bear, so pick a target player. Or if you're using the witch doctor, then put witch doctor bear and put the player that's not using vines and heal and seal. All right, I'm going to give you tonight's starting lineup so we can get to the match underway. All right, I need to know who the player is going to be so they can write it down. All right, Julia, no heal and seal, no vines. All right, here we go. Take you down. And remember, we got some new rules in this thing. Take it down to Arc. Tonight's starting lineup is follows. Starting out in the DZ, we got Skylight. Skylight followed by Dr. Die. Dr. Die in the DZ. Dr. Die be followed by Julia. Julia is the captain in the Rover Zone. Julia followed by Crimson. Crimson is the sniper. She's also sieging from the Bomber Zone. Crimson followed by Valar. Valar is the sniper. She is in the tank zone. Valar followed by Justice. Justice in the tank zone. Justice followed by Jim. Jim is sieging from the bomber. And Cat is the captain from the Rover Zone. Remember, timers cannot be challenged. All right, so going to put Sniper on Dr. Die. Dr. Die, you will be starting out at 90% health. So Dr. Die, 90% early on. All right, Skylight, you're on the clock. 20-second timer starts now. Remember, these matches are 1, 3, 5, or they only last 6 rounds now. Timer is up. Barely beat the timer. All right, we got Skylight going to turn Cat into a warrior. Negation wand Cat to get rid of her raise wand. Negation wand will take the white wands off the board. Nirvana Wands are done. Boss to Main Street, Max Spark to Cat. Seal Absorption, Denim with MD6. All right, Boss in round 1 with Cap in round 3. Max Spark over to Cat to slow her down. Sky playing a Seal and an Absorption. And let's see if Cat's going to let it hit. So Cat hits or wait. It does hit. Denim to the flame. Let's put it out. All right, let's go over to Dr. Die from the DZ. Doctor, 20-second timer starts now. Ah, Dr. Die says, you can snipe me if you want. I'm going to disable the cyborg. Dr. Die with a disable. She will get a dynamite when she comes back. And beats the timer. We'll see Dr. Die in round 3. Dr. Die said, ha, psych your mind. All right, let's go to Julia. 20-second timer. All right, Julia going to jump into Rover, stay in the Rover zone. Let's give Julia a tire. 25 points. Stay in the Rover zone. Sleet Wand. Go put a needle in a haystack. Julia playing needle. In round 1, Cap in 2. Gonna play a little sleet. Julia gonna freeze that top block. S8 Snowstorm loaded to wall. MD6. Max Spark Cat. Cat. You are not moving. So Cat, double Max Spark to start out. Stuck in place. Going to Zeiss Justice. No Dragon for Dragonstorm. All right, Cat hits or wait. You got an S8 Snowstorm being lobbed. Rover, stay, sleet, needle in a haystack. Dropping a seal for Julia. And going long range Snowstorm. All right, Snowstorm is going to hit. S8 with Mass Destruction. Black block and a green block, and let's roll them. Ten-sider coming at you. Number 3. It's a percentile dice, so 30 is 3. All right, block number 3 is going to be that green block right below that blue block. All right, let's go over to Crimson Tide, 20-second timer. MBS. Who you taking, Crimson? Julia. Does she want to be pulled out of the Rover? Julia says, let me surrender that. We will see Crimson in round number 3. Crimson getting a MBS, getting a ruffled feather. And a white flag. All right, and I'm also got a Risk It Biscuit for Dr. Dye and Crimson. All right, going to Dominari. We'll Dominari the ruffled feather. And Villar going to Dominari. Which one? There's 2 Risk It Biscuits, Villar. So, Crimson's Risk It Biscuit or Dr. Dye's? All right. They don't get the feather, but they do get the white flag, and they do get 25 from a Risk It Biscuit. All right. We will see Crimson in round 3 as well. Let's go over to Villar. Villar, 20-second timer starts now. Timer is up. Did not beat the timer. One thing about disabling is you're not going to fail any timers, though, so you make those points up as well. Nerf timer in play. Did not beat the Nerf timer. This is for a 25-point deduction, Villar. She does beat the 25-point deduction. All right, Villar. Jumping in Rover, Temple, Boss to their chest, Seal and Thrill, S8 Monster, Cats, hits or weight. All right, 25-point penalty. Double line bonus for Villar. Jumping in the tank. She gets the cannonball, but had she not clarified before Cat hits, there would not have been a Rover to go into. A targeting issue, minus 25 arc. But Villar getting the cannonball. Let's move her to the tank. Inside the Temple. Boss to their chest. Villar playing boss in 1, cap in 3. Seal and Thrill. S8 Monster to the wall, mass destruction 6. So we got 18 mass destruction. We got the 8, we got a 9, and the tank makes it 10, so it's going to hit a little harder than the last one. Green block, blue block. and 50% of a blue block. $50 blue remaining. Arc out to a big wall lead. Let's go over to Justice. Justice, 20-second timer for you starts now. Beats the timer. Justice going to get into the tank. Give Justice a cannonball. Go move to the temple steps. Gonna send a boss over to their chest. Justice playing boss in 1, cap in 3. Max Spark to Julia. Dropping a seal, Navy Grenade, and Mass Destruction 6. Let's give him the seal. Let's put out that flame. All done within the timer. Nicely done. All right, let's go to Gemstone. 20-second timer, Gem. Beats the timer. Gem going to move to their DZ. Going to play Cronin. Let's get a spin for Cronin. Remember, 1 to 6. What they're looking for on a 12-sider. Not a 20-sider. Let's try this again. 12-sider. Round 3. Arc will get 1 rage. Round 3. All players will get E1. For Arc. Dropping a seal. Mythic Kang. Could be worth 63. Elmo to the Watchtower, and Mass Destruction is now up to 24. Elmo's going to hit. We'll give Arc 10 points for that Elmo. I'm going to light the first Watchtower. All right, and Cat, you can't move, but you do get 20 seconds. Beats the timer easily. Cat going to play Needle to the Haystack. Needle in 1. We cap in 2. Max Spark Julia. Julia can now stay there. She's stuck in place. Trixie to the wall and to Gem with a Mass Destruction 6. Julia hits her weight. Hits. All right. Trixie's going to break the first ice block, and it's also not going to break Gem's seal because remember, she has first turn gear absorption. So Trixie will hit her and get rid of her gear absorption, but that's it. And that is the end of round number 1. At the end of round number 1, we got a blessing for Valar, blessing for Justice. Let's move Justice into the temple. Strawman, 0-0. We got 75 points for Arc, and we got an Avalanche. Avalanche is going to get rid of Justice Seal. It's not going to hit Crimson, not going to hit Dr. Die, and Cat's got no seals or no absorptions. We're going to give a Halo to Gemstone. Give a Halo to Skylight. And we will go to round number 2. Skylight, 20-second timer starts now. And it will go Skylight, Julia, and Valar. 3 in a row for Team Arc. Gold Spark to Justice. Kang to Sky's Boss. Could be worth 45. Super Thrill, T10 Unforgiven loaded to the wall with Amplify. And she will have to leave the DZ to make the toss. We'll see if it hits. That is a 10, 11, 12, 13. S13 Unforgiven, no player preventions. Cat says wait. Gold Spark, Kang, S13 with 24 mass destruction on top of it. Gold Blue. All right, play that first Gold Blue. And is going to hit, the gold is going to hit Skylight and going to get rid of her gear absorption. I'm sorry, her absorption. Dr. Die beats the timer. And let's go over to Julia. You cannot move, but you got 20 seconds to get your move in. We'll have Julia, Valar, then Justice. Beats the timer. Colossal Kang. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Pet Repel. M7 Grizzly to the wall with Amp and Gold Spark Cat. Cat's no longer Max Spark, but she is Gold Sparked. All right, getting a couple more amplifies out there. Cat, you got a big grenade coming at you. It is a M7 Grizzly. It hits. And that is half a blue block. After mass destruction, let's chalk it up. Take the half a blue, we take a blue, and we take a red. Arc down in the red zone already, but keep in mind, VOX added some points early. Both teams holding their own. All right, let's go over to Valar from the Temple. 20-second timer, Valar. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. This is for a 25% nerf. Does beat the nerf timer. Colossal Kang to Main Street. They are stacking it for sure. Could be another 73. Going to go Blackout Wand. No DZ points this round. Pet Repel. M7 Maximon loaded. Be a minus 15 for VOX with the Maximon. M7, add a little bit more amplify. Red block, and 60% of a red block. Arc, 40 red remaining. Add Natalio to it. Valar with a gold bar. And Talio does finish the job. First wall is down. All right, let's go over to Justice. Justice, 20-second timer. Justice playing the Aping Amulet. All right. Justice, you cannot use the Aping Amulet. The Aping Amulet duplicates your Kangs, and you do not have a Kang or an orbital in play. So it doesn't count as your legendary because it's not valid. So you still can play a legendary. but you just can't play that one because you don't have a Kang out yourself. Make sense? Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. He's playing a Colossal Kang. All right. And now I got you. He's not aping Amulet, one of the Colossal Kangs is out. He's playing aping Amulet, and he's playing his own Colossal Kang. All right. Now it makes sense to me. All right. Colossal Kang, and then the aping Amulet is going to duplicate it. So it's going to give him 2 Colossal Kangs. Pet Repel. One second. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so I just wanted to get a quick rules check and make sure that I was correct on this. So, typically legends are played before the pet, but we have precedence on this, and there are some legends that are played after the fact. And this is one of those that the pet can go into play, and then the aping amulet will double that pet. So I just want to make sure on sense of progression, because in most cases the first action is the legendary move beforehand, but there are a handful of legends that do wait for the pet to be played. So this is one of those. So it is a valid play. He plays the Colossal Kang, then he plays the amulet to double it. All right, at that point, he's going F6 Bunko to both of the kings, or two of the kings. Now, this is a little deadly. All right, because we've got a mythic and a gold tanner. So, Justice, they're playing double tanners on you. That means you're going to be hit for 50%. Mythic. All right, red and mythic. So, you're going to be hit for 10, and then you're going to be hit for 30. Does that damage hit you? You got a gold and a mythic tanner. I'm sorry, red and mythic. Red was called first. So the first damage that'll hit you is 10%. The next damage that'll hit you will be 30%. And remember, everybody is at 90% health. All right, he's going to use absorption. So he's at 90% of his health pool. He's going to absorb 20, and he's going to take 20. That's going to take Justice down to 70% health. And the maximum he can be up to is 90% of his health. But they do burn both of those, so Tanners are off the board. All right, let's go to Gemstone. 20-second timer, Gem. Beats the timer. Gem's going to move to their rover zone. Euclid to cat. And remember, rule of Euclid, only once per game. So going to Euclid cat to a Marty. Nader for a dust smoke on their whole team, which is pretty much only Justice and Cat because the other two are not targetable. Going to play Amp. A couple more amps there, and going to put a gas blast on Justice. Hits or wait. Does hit. Gas blast him to the no zone. And he will lose his tank. All right, movement's good. Euclid cat, Nader, pet repel, gas blast, and amp. All right, and we go to cat, and she is Euclid. And that is the end of the round. Captains, give me a round 3 subs. At the end of the round, we got Valar with a blessing. Strawman, 0-0. And no halos. All right, Pope coming in for Sky. Trigger coming in for Dr. Die. trigger on your turn, you will start out in the cyborg zone, okay? So you will need to move. To wherever you decide to move to. All right, before Pope's turn, we are going to cap Main Street. We're start out with 254 points in Kangs for Arc. All right, and also in round number 2, we did cap 2 needles. We had 1 needle capped by Julia, 1 needle capped by Kat. So each team with a needle. All right, so we cap all these Kangs. 254 points. And we're also going to cap first boss of the game. Going to make it 1 flag to 0. All right, let's go to Pope. From the DZ, 20-second timer starts now. Remember, all players who are still in are at 70% health. Sorry, 80% health. 80% health in round 3. All right, Pope did not beat the main timer. He did beat the nerf timer. You already typed it. Boston Main Street. Boston 3 with cap in 5. H9 Snowstorm loaded. Seal and Thrill. Mass Destruction 6 was already there. Luckily, because it would have cost you a double line bonus if it wasn't in the main. Going to put a max spark on Justice to slow him down. All right, Kat, you got a H9 Snowstorm with Thrill and Seal. Make it H10. Hits or wait? It hits. All right, another Snowstorm, lighten it up. This wall's a little stronger, but so is the Amplify. Black block and a green block, and let's die roll it again. And see what we're freezing. Block number 10, so the final block on the wall. Art going to be screaming, let it go, because that wall is frozen. Let's go over to Trigger. 20-second timer. You don't need to challenge Cronin. I have Cronin already logged in. I know round 3. Colossal Kang. Trigger could be worth 73. Going to steal Pope's Kang. Luna Lamp to Justice. Going to give him 3 usages of S9. Rage Milo to the wall with Mass Destruction 6. Milo worth 15. She's going to rage it. Raged Milo after Mass Destruction. Going to barely get you a black block. But you did get a black block. Not a lot of juice on there, though. All right, let's go over to Julia. Julia, 20-second timer. Julia, move into her DZ. Going to go Red Gideon. Minus 22 for VOX. S8 Maximon loaded to the wall. You're going to sap Justice. Justice, she's going to cut your rage in half. See if it hits or if we're waiting. S8 Maximon with 8 Amplify. It hits. That's another minus 15. We said this is a slightly stronger wall. But we do get a green block. And we get 75% of a blue block. I got 25 blue remaining. Cronin is calculated for the entire round. All right, Crimson coming out of the portal. Crimson, 20 seconds. You're up in the sniper zone. Did not beat the timer. Did beat the timer. All right, and I'm going to move Trigger up to the no zone because remember she had to hit the wall. So she's floating around right there. Crimson going to move into the temple. Needle to a haystack. Crimson playing Needle in 3 with cap in 4. Heal and Seal, E1 Elmo to the Watchtower. Mass destruction up to 24 for VOX. Light that first watchtower. Give her 10 points for the Elmo. And her seal. Remember, all players currently at 80% health, except Justice, who's at 70 still. Healing will only get you up to the max that you could get, but each round, you lose 10% of your health pool. Before Villar's turn, her boss caps. 2 flags to 0. And Villar, 20-second timer. Timer's up. Beat the timer. Villar playing needle to the haystack. In 3 would cap in 4. Holy Avenger to her wall. Can have no negative effects on that particular wall. Max Spark to Justice. Justice, they're going to keep you right there beside the temple. Going to steal Cat's boss. Cannot sap Justice because he's already been sapped. Actually, I think sap stacks, doesn't it? Hang on. Sap does not stack. So you got to pick a different target for the sap. And Cat, you got S6 Grizzly to the wall. All right, so we're going to sap Cat and Justice. Both of your rage is cut in half on your next attack. S6 Grizzly to the wall. Mass destruction and amplify. $25 blue off the board. Full block off the board. And 30 blue off the board. 70 blue remaining. Much stronger wall, as you can see. A lot of buffs on that wall. And still not quite taking 2 blocks off the board on that attack. Justice, you are stuck in place. Your rage is cut in half. And you're dust smoked. But before we get to all that, we're going to cap 219 points in Kangs. Nicely done, VOX. That'll help. 3 Kangs right there. We're also going to cap that boss. It's going to get you in the flag game. Only down 1 flag now. Game just got a little closer. 20-second timer, Justice. Timer is up. Beat the Nerf timer. Gonna play a needle. Justice playing needle. In 3, cap in 4. M7 Goliath loaded to the wall. When you guys play Glacier, can you let me know the effect of Glacier, please? To half the damage or to freeze the wall? All right. So, Justice, they already cut your rage in half, which is going to make it a 3.5 Goliath. You got Dust Smoke as well, which is going to lessen your damage. And then they're going to cut that damage in half. So the Goliath is going to be down to a Rapture. And then they're going to Glacier it to cut it in half, which is going to make it equivalent to a Rage 1 Blue Grenade. So half Dust Smoke and then half again. Gets you 65% of a green block. You got 35 green remaining. So you still got to get rid of the rest of that green before you break that ice block. You get 65% of a green block, 35 green remaining. All right, let's go over to Gemstone, 20-second timer gem. Timer's up. Beat the timer. Going to move to their bomber zone. Dark Boss to their chest. Jim playing Dark Boss in 3 would cap in 5. Could be worth an extra 25. Going to sap Crimson. Cut her rage in half on her next attack. And Elmo to the Watchtower is going to light the second Watchtower. And going to give Jim another 10 points for the Elmo. Movement's good. Dark Boss is good. Elmo's good. And Sap ability is good. All right, Cat, welcome back to the game. Smoke falls off. You're no longer a Marty. And you got 20 seconds. Cat going to get in the rover. Let's give Cat a tire. She's going to move to her DZ. Mythic Watcher with a seal. Put Mythic Watcher right on that watchtower. It's also going to get her 20 points for Mythic Watcher. Going to put Howl on Valar. Lower her time down to 18 seconds. Rover, movement, Mythic Watcher, seal. And she will finish the rest of that green block. It is gone. All right. And the carryover damage stops. Because remember, it has to stop, then break it, then go. That's what makes Snowstorm so powerful. All right, end of the round. We've got Julia with a halo. Cat with a halo. DZ looking like $25-25. Temple, we got Crimson and Valar each getting a blessing. Strawman 0-0. All right, we're going to go to round 4. Now, reminder, start of this round, all players' health is now down to 70%. 70% health. Let's go to Pope from the no zone. 20-second timer, Pope. Beats the timer easily. Going to play Orbital, Thrill, S8 Unforgiven loaded to the wall, Amp, Gold Spark, Justice. Orbital could be worth 15. Amplify up to 10. All right, Cat, you got a Unforgiven. Can't be player prevented. It is a S8. 30 mass destruction on it. It hits. %70 of a blue block. Take down the blue, take down the red. Not moving fast on this wall for sure. All right, let's go to Trigger. Trigger. 20-second timer for you from the no zone. Easily beats the timer. Trigger going Dark Boss in 4. Would cap in 6. Could be worth 25. Heal and Seal. Amplify. E1 St. Elmo to the Watchtower. It hits. All right, let's light up that second Watchtower. Let's give her those Elmo points. All right, Julia, 20 seconds from the DZ. Got Julia, then we got Crimson. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. Did beat the Nerf timer. A rare miss for Julia. She's going to move to the tank zone. F5 Maximon loaded to the wall. Max Melt Justice. What is dissed? You're going to diss him. Dust to Justice. Justice, I think she was trying to dish you. All right, movement. F5 Maximon loaded to the wall. Melt Justice. They're trying to nerf the hell out of him and putting the dust on him as well. Maximon minus 15. Red block. 20% of a red block. You got 80 red remaining. 80 red. So that's 1.8. Still up on the board. Y'all thought I was joking about this wall, didn't you? Crimson capping a needle. Second needle for Team VOX. 20-second timer, Crimson. Beats the timer. Blaze to the wall. Pet Repel with a max spark to Julia. Julia can be max spark, but she cannot be stunned again. She's already suffered a 2-round max spark, but this one will slow her. E2 Milo to the Watchtower with a sap on Valar. Cut her rage in half. Blaze, Pet Repel, Max Spark, Milo, and a sap. Julia hits her weight. Joey, you might want to refresh. All right, Milo's going to hit. They're going to prevent the ice block. So keeping the block frozen. E2 Milo. Another 15 points. And a third watchtower. All right, let's go to one second. Villar has a needle. She's capping a needle. Needles are 2-2. 20-second timer, or 18-second timer, Villar. 18 seconds. I'm not going to put the needle up on the board because then that would undo her howl. That's why I went straight into it so she doesn't get extra time. Timer's up. Barely beat it. Barely beat it. All right, now I'm going to give her points for her needle. Finds the cat. Gold skull the cat. F5 Maximon to the wall. And going to mute two of those amplifies over on the other side. Going to make your wall a little weaker while keeping their wall stronger. Finds the cat. Gold skull the cat. Maximon loaded to the wall. Give Villar an absorption. And it hits. All right, Vine's going to break cat seal. Gold Skull is going to light watchtower number 3. Watchtowers are now even. Maximon loaded to the wall. Going to be another minus 15. %of a red block. Take down at 80% of a red block. And we take down 40%. You got 60% of a red block left. 0.6 of a red block. Justice is going to cap a needle in a haystack. That is number 3 for Team VOX. Third needle. And Justice, 20-second timer. Crimson with the Chromica. Justice is gold sparked and smoked again. Timer's up. Don't want to get that nerf timer as well, though. Can't afford extra damage nerfs. Nerf timer is up. This is for a 25-point penalty. beats the second timer penalty. Temple steps. Kruger, seal and thrill. H9 Goliath to the wall. Put Howl on Villar. Lower her down to 16 seconds. All right. Using Immortal Blue. Immortal Blue. Justice before your seal kicks in. Never mind. He had a seal previously. He's good. He was playing an additional seal. That Immortal Blue is going to break his seal. And then he'll get a new one. Kruger is going to put out Watchtower. All right. Temple steps, plays Kruger, puts out a Watchtower. Seal and Thrill. H9 Goliath loaded. They play Immortal Blue, stop it, break his seal, and then his new seal is going to kick in. Well done, Justice. Not bad. All right, let's go to Jim Stone. Jim, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Jim's going to head down to their tank zone. Dust to Crimson, Howl to Justice. Take Justice down to 18 seconds. Put Dust Smoke on Crimson. It will disappear at the end of the round. S6 Milo to the Watchtower, Cat. Remember, all lingering smokes go away at halftime. S6 Milo to the Watchtower. Let's light it back up. Let's give Jim 15 points for that Milo. All right, and the final move of the first half. Cat. 20-second timer. Timer is up. Beat the timer. Nice. Voyage to take their boat, splash Villar out of the temple. Talon Trigger to their DZ. Dragon Smoke, and thank you for that. I did not put that on there, but she's playing Dragon Smoke to get rid of it. And there are actually two. There are two dim Dragon Stones because Jim dimmed the DZ and the BZ. Cat going to play Absorption. Grizzly loaded to the wall and Hinder Villar. All right. Hinder is still -1 right now because the new gear has not went into effect. But it'll be -2 next week. All right, so let's start out with the Voyage to take their tractor. Boom. Let's give Cat a wave award. Knock Valar out of the temple. Talon Trigger to their DZ. That's a hell of a move when we break all this down. Because she knocked Valar out of the temple, and they moved Justice to the temple steps. So that's going to rotate Justice into the temple. That was kind of cool. Talon Trigger to the DZ, which is going to give him an Avalanche, a Dragon Smoke, and a Grizzly. All right, so we're going to relight. We'll relight the first one, which is going to be the DZ. And now let's get Grizzly loaded. And she went minimum on that, which is going to break the ice block, which is what they needed to do anyway. So she didn't waste a whole lot of extra juice on there. All done within the timer. Nicely done. All right, we're going to go to the second half. Watch the things that go away. Captains, give me your second half subs round 5, but all lingering smokes go away. Justice going into the temple. So both Crimson and Justice sharing the temple. And they get a blessing. Strawman, 0-0. Cat with a second halo. Trigger with a halo. VOX, 75 points in the DZ. Julia, Avalanche breaks her seal. Jim, you lose your seal. Valar losing her seal and her absorption. Pope losing his seal. Dow coming in for Pope. Both teams unlocking the sentry guns. Team Vox, who we got? Getting ready to go into round 5. Rambo coming in for Trigger. Poison Arrow in the Ozone. All right, Rambo will be played by Justice. So Justice will be playing Rambo and he'll be playing his own character. They're going to put Sniper Bear on Justice. Justice, that is going to take you from 60% down to 50% health. All right, the health is as follows. Dow, 100%. Julia, 60%. Valar, 60% health. Gemstone, 60. Busy, 100%. Rambo, 100. Crimson, 60. Justice, 50. Cat, 60. Aiden, 100. Can you survive 2 more rounds is the question. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But remember, all those extras are going to hurt. All right, the order is as follows. It'll be Dow, Rambo, Julia, Crimson, Valar, Justice, Jim, Cat, Busy, and Aiden. All right, before we get to Dow, Pope's boss is going to cap. That's flag number 3. Dow, 20-second timer starts now. All right. Justice, they're going at you. Dow moving down. He's going to use the PvP key. That'd be a 50-point damaging attack. Cat hits her weight. Crimson using a prevention, not allowing that to go through. All right, Justice, you don't have a timer penalty on Rambo. You do on yourself. So Justice playing Rambo from the DZ, you got a 20-second timer. Timer's up. Nerf timer is up. It's for a 25-point time penalty. Time penalty's up. Beats the final Nerf penalty. Crowley's Candelabra. Move to the temple. Talon Crimson to the temple. Max Seal himself. Actually, not himself. Max Sealing Justice. It fizzles because Justice already has a seal and an absorption. E3 Elmo to the Watchtower. Oh, nice erase there. Using the erase, it gets rid of one of the timer penalties. So he cut that where he only takes a 10-point penalty. All right, Elmo to the Watchtower, Julia. And Crowley's Candelabra. All right, Candelabra, we're going to put out that flame. We're going to light the fourth flame for Team VOX. That's the Candelabra. Then his grenade attack is going to light the fifth one and give them another Elmo. All right, let's go over to Julia, 20-second timer. Julia going to move to her bomber zone. Mortal Stern to Cyborg Rambo. And Poison Arrow. Cube of Clarity. Seal and Thrill. All right. H9 Unicorn to the wall. And she's using Cube of Clarity. Cannot be stopped by player preventions this round or next round capped. So her Unicorn has to be stopped by something other than a player prevention. And she is Immortal Stern to 2 targets. And they hit. It ignores Pet Repel. So Poison Arrow coming in at 100. Mortal Stern is going to take him down to 80%. Rambo coming in at 100, and Mortal Stern will take him down to 80% as well. Julia does finish off the wall. They do get the orbital gold bar for Julia. Much tougher wall. Wall number 2 for Arc. Let's rebuild it. Let's go over to Crimson Tide. 20-second timer. We also got Chromic on that play. Crimson Tide, Mythic Gideon. Dragon Smoke, E3 Milo with some Amplify. Mythic Gideon's going to be a minus 28 for Ark. Julie, you got a E3 Milo, and it does hit. Light Watchtower number 6. And another Milo. "16 seconds, Valar starts now." Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. 2 seconds off. Howl does its job. Valar moving to the temple steps. Going to play Thraxus. Immortal Wicked Icky, Seal and Heal. Gold Spark to Justice. H9 Grizzly loaded to the wall. With Napoleon and also using Roar. All right. Wicked Icky is the only Icky that can be played this game. And he ignores Pet Repel. All right. We're going to start out. Now, he doesn't ignore Absorption. So we're going to start out with Rambo. Wicked Icky taking Rambo down to 60%. Crimson. Wicked Icky breaks your seal. Justice. Wicked Icky breaks your Absorption. And it's immortal. It's also going to break your seal. Carryover damage. Cat. Wicked Icky will take you from 60% health down to 40%. Your maximum is 60. It takes you down to 40% of your health. And Poison Arrow at 80, dropping Poison Arrow down to 45% of his health pool. He can heal all the way up to 80, but he's at 45. And an Intervene, a grenade. It actually removes it and adds a teardrop, Julia. Because she used the unicorn grenade. So the black block is gone. And a teardrop, the effect of a rapture. And Aiden is going to intervene to H9 Grizzly from Valar. All right, movement, Thraxus, Immortal Wicked Icky, Heal and Seal from Valar. Gold Spark to Justice. Again. H9 Grizzly to the wall is stopped. And we will go over to Justice. Justice, you have how? 18 seconds to get your move in, Justice. Timer's up. Beat the timer. Nicely done, Justice. He's going to move to the temple. So he is actually behind Villar in priority. Goes Rambo, Crimson, Villar, and Justice. Cannot play Thraxus because Julia used Isis earlier, but don't worry about it. Maxiel to Cat. Gonna summon Nader. Dust Julia. Dust Jim. Busy. Dow. And Villar. H9 Gavel, Pershing loaded. Melt to Julia. Lower her grenade damage. And an Immortal Blue from Dow. All right, Justice, they're going to stop it. And they're also going to stop it with an Immortal Blue. You're 50% health. Immortal Blue is going to hit you for 40% and take you down to 10. Hits or wait? It hits. Justice is at 10% total health. All right, let's go to Gemstone. 20-second timer. Timer's up. Nerf timer's up. This will be for a 25-point time penalty. Beats the second timer penalty. Mere Smoke. Mythic Petro, H9 Monster to Justice, and Roar. All right, Justice, they're putting you in Mere Smoke. Playing Petro. Justice has Pet Repel. And an H9 Monster. All right. This is what we call a dilemma. So Petro is going to get rid of his Pet Repel. They're playing Mirror Smoke. Cat got an H9 Monster coming. Is he going to take it now or later? Gold blue from Justice. All right. Justice playing gold blue. The gold from the gold blue will hit Gemstone and take Gem down to 40%. She's at 60. The gold will take her down to 40. She's going to use absorption to keep herself at 60. Cat, your move. 20-second timer. Action starting to heat up a little bit for those of you waiting for some action. Timer's up. Beats the timer. All right, going to move to her DZ. Colossal Kang to Trigger's boss. Could be worth 73. Max Seal over to Justice. Milo to the Watchtower with Melt on Julia. All right. So the Milo does have a damaging property. So E1 Milo is going to be pain to Justice inside of the Mirror Smoke. But we have to add to mass destruction. And pain is only half of that damage. They didn't put a whole lot of juice. So we're going to start out with the E1 Milo. Milo is going to hit. It's going to light up Watchtower. Number 7. All right, E1 Milo with 30 mass destruction. Going to make it equivalent to an E1 Wedding Crasher. Half of that is going to be equivalent to half a Rage Carnage. It hits before the seal. But only deals 7% of his health pool. Justice was at 10%. He's down to 3%. They barely put any juice on it. They get the points for the Milo. Justice sitting at 3%. Mirror smoke goes away. He will have a seal. And he's still alive to tell about it because pain was only half of a very, very weak grenade attack. But we got one problem. Busy Bee is on the clock. Busy Bee, 20-second timer. Timer's up. All right. Busy doing a whole lot of stuff. Hop in the turret. Ninja, max spark to Aiden. Vines to Justice. Mythic Thorn to Justice. H9 Goliath to the wall from Pershing. All right. Cat, you got Vines. And then you got Mythic Thorn. And then Busy's just going to throw the grenade somewhere else. Because she's going with the Vines and the Thorn. See if it hits or if we're waiting. Cat says wait. All right, they're going to go. Pawn of the Vines to keep Busy from getting her kill. Thorn's going to break the seal. Justice still at 3%. No Vines, no Thorn. And a Mythic Sonar to nerf the grenade a little bit. Busy, 9. 10, 11. Mass Destruction. S11 with Pershing makes it an S12. Grizzly equivalent. After Mythic Sonar. S9 Wedding Crasher with Amplify. Very strong wall yet again. Green block. Green block. But they are getting it done on the walls. It's just taking a little while. All right, final move of round 6 before Dragonstorm, or round 5. Poison Arrow. 20-second timer. Easily beats the timer. It's going to get into turret. Kang to trigger's boss. Could be a 45-point Kang. Seal, gold spark to Julia. Is he single or double max sparked? Who is the second max spark? I only see single. All right. So we get a delay a game warning for Arc. No penalty, but a delay a game warning. All right. Turret, Kang, Gold Spark, Julia, T10 monster loaded, busy, going to intervene it. And his max spark falls off because he was only slowed. All right, that is the end of round number 5. At the end of round number 5, we've got Crimson and Rambo. With a blessing. We got Cat with a halo. DZ looks like VOX 25. Arc 0. Strawman 0-0. And we should have gotten a Siege Award for Jim last round, so Jim would have gotten 100 points. All right, let's go to Dragonstorm, everybody. Both teams qualified. We're going to roll them. Remember, more rage. More rage could be more damage, and everybody's health is going down. How much more rage are we going to add? Only the maximum of 4 in rage. Oh, baby. All right. Now, if you were a sub, like Dow, you're at 90%. If you're a starter like Julia, 50%. Valar, 50%. Jim, 50%. Busy, 90%. Rambo has taken some damage. Rambo's down to 50%. Crimson, 50. Justice, still at 3%. But a maximum of 50. Cat, 50%. And Aiden, 60%. So there's a lot of problems right now. Let's start it out with Dow. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Vines to Justice, Red Paul Justice, Unforgiven to Justice, and adding Seer. It hits. All right. Cat, who are we going to sub in for Justice? Dow getting a Ruffled Feather and a CK. Dr. Dye coming in. Dr. Dye coming in at 100% health, by the way. Once you die, somebody comes in, they're max. But we got our first choke smoke kill. All right, let's go over to Rambo. Justice, you're still playing Rambo. At the start of Rambo's turn, we're going to cap 118 points in Kangs. And we'd also capped Jim's boss as well. So flags are 4-2. All right, let's go to Rambo. 20-second timer, Rambo. All right, here we go. Scold to Jim. Gold Spark to Jim. T10 Unforgiven to the wall with Roar. Rambo getting absorption. Scold to Jim. Gold Spark to Jim. Gold Blue from Julia. Final blue of the game. All right. Gold Blue is going to break Rambo's absorption, so no issue with that. Scold is going to light Watchtower number 8. And we'll take Jim down to 40% health. All right, let's go to Julia. 20-second timer. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. She's going to move to her O-zone. Wicked Gideon to Crimson. Blue Spark. Maximon loaded. By the way, she's faking death. Crimson, you cannot target her with any legendary weapons or abilities. Playing Wicked Gideon to get rid of Crimson's Gideon. Movement, Max Seal to Jim. And a Mythic Sonar. All right, see what the damage looks like. Maximon's going to be a -15. Sonar will get rid of some of the mass destruction. And we got that E4 from Dragonstorm. Blue block and another blue block. Remember, all attacks have E4. Crimson, 20-second timer. What you got? Skull to Jim, Vines to Jim, Blue Spark, H9 Unforgiven to the wall with Roar. Crimson getting an absorption. Mythic Sonar from Busy. All right, Julia preventing the Vines. Skull to Jim's going to break her seal. Jim 40% health but taking no damage. Unforgiven, Mythic Sonar. They can't stop it, so they'll nerf a little bit of it. That is the weakest wall, though. That'll get rid of most of their mass destruction, but still going to be H9 with Amplify. And it's a strong hit on wall number 1. Let's get the right wall. Green block. blue block, and 20% of a blue block, 80 blue remaining. Welcome to the wall game, VOX. Villar, 16 seconds, starts now. Barely beat the timer. Gold Petro to Rambo. Heel Smoke. F4 Monster loaded to the wall. And she's got her Ignite. All right. And she's got a double line problem that was not even necessary, because she did type a double line for movement. Well, problem is you basically gave it away for nothing, because movement is first. All right, so Villar decided to move, but she had nowhere to move to. So she moved to the temple steps, tried to get in, but it's already occupied. The reason it's occupied is because movement is before pets. Gold Petro to Rambo. So movement pet is going to knock Rambo out of the temple. And she was already at the temple steps. Heel Smoke, F4 Monster. Villar dropping Heel Smoke, but she hasn't taken any damage. She's still at 50%, which is the max she can be. Justice going to intervene the monster attack. But Justice isn't in the game, so he can't intervene. So do you have something else that's not Justice? Gold blue. Gold from the gold blue is going to break Villar's seal. All right, Villar's going to absorb it, so she'll keep her seal. Now we're going to go to Dr. Dye. Dr. Dye back in the game. She's at 100%. Got a nice board set up for you, Dr. Dye. 20-second timer starts now. Timer's up. Dr. Dye going to go inside the temple. Skull to Jim. Mirror Smoke to Jim. Blue Spark, T10 Unforgiven, loaded to the wall with Roar. All right. Using a prevention on Scold, which was huge because that would have lit number 9. Diane, I thought it was played perfectly. And you can't prevent the grenade now because it's Unforgiven. And Julia's already called, you're preventing the Scold. Because Unforgiven is unpreventable. But they are going to Mythic Sonar the wall. So we will nerf it, but we'll still take the damage off of it. Let's get the right wall again. Blue block, the rest of it, red block, and a red block. And that is where we leave it, everybody. Diane is so close to getting that third one. Time is up. So it stops right here, right now. We do not do a continuation of the round. So a couple things happen there. Julia was not able to get the zone, but Diana was not able to get the Watchtower, and Crimson was not able to get the Temple. If we would have had just another 10 minutes, who knows how it would have went down. All right, good game, though. Good game. I think in the future, there's going to be a lot more damage early. Looks like both teams waited. But one thing about Choke Smoke is you want to chip away at them early. You know, get 10%, 20%, 30%. And then by the time you get to 5 or 6, you should be absolutely demolishing their players. So we only had one kill tonight, but certainly felt like it could have been a lot more. But team, you know, they're still scoring along the way. All right. Give me a couple minutes. I will calculate all the timers, all the points. You'll find out how close it was. Blessings, 4-3. Show you how the blessings are counted down. That is a frozen block. So here's the way it happens. You got 4 blessings. That means we take a red block. Then one of the blessings gets rid of the ice block. Then another blessing gets rid of the next red block. Then we rebuild it. And then we get rid of the black block. Over on the other side, we got 3. So the teardrop didn't really help. But we go blue block, red block, red block. So Arc with 2 full walls and then 2 red blocks left. And over on the other side, we got a block from VOX. All right, I'll calculate the totals. I'll be right back. We got a lot of extras in this one. Amy, make sure Jim gets a bronze star for the siege. Hi, everybody. We are back, and we do have a winner. This one was good. This one was very good. I'm gonna go through the totals, and you'll see how this game panned out. Because things aren't always what they look like. Let's start out with the flags. Arc playing at home, strong flag game. 4 flags to 1, 750 to 450. That's a 300-point advantage. Remember, in the old days, 2 flags was huge. Now it's 300. You can make that up with a few things. Walls. Arc dominating wall game, but they did run into some problems with the walls. The walls were a little tougher, but 800 to 305, almost a 500-point advantage. Now, at this point, you're like, look, Arc's up 800 points. But the game started to turn. MBS. VOX, that's 200 points right there. Now, all of a sudden, that lead gets down to about 600. Kangs. VOX stronger in Kangs tonight because of the way they used them, 337 to 254. Now you got that lead down to about 500. You get to Watchtowers. Oh, boy. I'm going to tell you, that was a big move by Dow to prevent that Watchtower, because that would have been another 125. But Watchtowers, 200, 250. Another 150-point advantage for VOX. Go to Needles. Needles, 300 VOX, 200 ARC. There's another 100-point advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is becoming a ball game now. We get to DZ. DZ, 125 to 100. Siege and Occupy. ARC making up 100 points there with Siege and Occupy. But timers. ARC better on the timers tonight. Minus 40. I'm sorry, VOX minus 40. ARC minus 60. So VOX doing a better job on the timers. So overall, a decent size lead for ARC at the end of the core stuff, but we still got the PCP and the extras. PCP, we had a white flag for VOX, Cannonball, Tire, Wave Award, Dynamite. Half of the Risk It Biscuit. And they got 125 points in the DZ. Cat getting 100, and then a couple other players splitting the 25 with ARC, because we had Trigger, Julia, Sky, and Jim all tying Trigger. So it's 125 to 100. So again, there's another advantage for Team VOX. Over on the other side, 2 gold bars, a feather, a cannonball, a tire, and a bronze star. But VOX went into PCP awards 275 to 25. Now we get to the extras. Mythic Watcher, Dark Boss, Chromica, 2 Milos, 5 Elmos. But VOX was having a lot of Maximons played against them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a minus 75 plus a red Gideon. Overall, though, they gained more than they lost. That was a plus 108. Go over to the other side. Dark Boss, Orbital, Chromica, 2 Elmos, and a Milo, but self-inflicted wounds for ARC. Minus 50, a couple of mistakes that they made with double line bonuses, only gaining 55. So tonight, ARC at home, but VOX was very scrappy. ARC barely getting the victory, 2674 to 2260. Had the round finished, it would have been very interesting to see what would have went down with all of those extras. That 200-point kill was huge. That 200 points, big difference. You take that kill away, at that point you're about a 150-point game, and VOX is sitting right there in the temple. They got a chance to get the Watchtowers. So super, super close game with the choke smoke. I like the style of match. Not something I want to see every week, but certainly something that I want to see you guys use, because it is a totally different strategy of when you use your preventions, when you use your blues, when you use your absorptions, and some people are going to get caught off guard. So I expect there to be a lot more career kills in the next match. But either way, great job to VOX. They didn't have Tim tonight. They didn't have Father Ron tonight, but they still stood toe-to-toe. And a great job to ARC tonight. ARC didn't have the Shaman. So both down a big player. Great job. If you are in the path of the hurricane, we wish you the best. Take good care of yourself. We will see you tomorrow night for a little bit of fishing. Some of y'all might be doing some fishing in your front yard. But long as we're still breathing the beautiful air, we will be fishing tomorrow night with a little bit of fish fights. So Have a good one every night. Great job. Congratulations. Art going to 2-0. VOX, first loss of the season, 2-1, but it's still early days. So we'll see you all soon. Thanks, everybody. Go do some fishing because we got brand new items up there. You guys saw them last night. Enjoy fishing, catch up, get on the leaderboard, and make those eggs early. Talk to you all soon. Peace.